with a throwback pass that found number 83 Larry Brunson all alone to kick one more toe hole from the New York advantage 26-24. After an excellent kickoff return, Morton pitched a 49-yard catch and run to number 26 Joe Dawkins, which had to put it away at 33-24. Right? Wrong, because the Chiefs immediately tacked on a field goal, and with less than a minute and a half remaining, were drawing a bead on the Giant end zone. Then, with just 15 ticks on the clock and no timeouts remaining, Dawson speared Larry Brunson at the New York 1-foot line. But Brunson was unable to score, and as time ran out, the Giants looked to be more survivors than conquerors in their 33-27 contest with the Chiefs.
Reed was too quick for everyone, even outstepping his shoes. But his was a Cinderella story. For though the second-year blossoming star had himself a ball, his team was able to score only 10 points and lost to the surprising New York Giants 26-10.
Conclusion of this game. It'll be seen in its regular time in California. Second down and 6. A fumble! Giants have it! Carson! Touchdown! Touchdown Giants! Henry Carson scores! The Giants take the lead! And look at on the field! The Kansas City players are lying down in disbelief! And the Giants go back to the Meadowlands, and the fumble they committed against the Eagles. There it is. Carson has it.
Is that
what a turnabout!
What an incredible play! What an incredible turn of events! Williams gets hit, and look at this. Carson picks it up and goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Unbelievable.
1:42 to play when Carson gobbled the fumble up by Mike Williams. The Giants are stunned. The Chiefs are stunned.
Kenny completed passes to 8 different receivers and set a personal standard by throwing for 4 touchdowns.
Here's the snap to Kenny. Steps up in the pocket, steps up and fires the middle for Marshall. Kenny backpedaling. Kenny, waiting ball deep down the right side for Marshall.
A new offense had fostered renewed excitement in the Chiefs. The team was headed in the right direction.
Kansas City for the Giants, trailing by 13 points, 7:35 to play. Sims short drop back, lobs in the end zone.
In a furious fourth-quarter rally that evoked fond memories of Giants of old named Tittle and Connerly, Phil Simms did indeed come of age. Equally resolute was tight end Zeke Mowatt, who in his finest day as a pro dazzled the Meadowlands gathering with his last-minute heroics.
2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Play has your face. Sims back to fire. Fires. Touchdown! Mowat! The 7th catch for Mowat. Took them over 139 yards.
Jill Tactor close to 0. Play fake. They fake to Morris. Mark Bavaro. Touchdown Giants. They were so sharp working on this on Friday. They stressed the throw to Bavaro and to Moat. And Simms on target. The opening drive, and the Giants look very much like a Super Bowl contender. Out of the backfield on a swing move over the middle. Here's Adams going in motion now. He can catch the ball as Phil Simms drops, takes a look. Throws the other way, downfield. Bavaro with a second touchdown of the day. Mark Bavaro, 2 catches, both in the end zone. That one good for 24 yards, and the Giants, after seeing their lead cut to 1, now are up by 7. It could go to 8 with the extra point.
Wide open is Ingram for a touchdown. Mark Ingram. Oh, there's a breakdown in the Chiefs defense. It's Hampton. Touchdown!
lead 13-0. Black's career rushing yardage total this year. Craig to Barnett. Does catch one. And breaks free, and he could go all the way. 40. 77-yard touchdown. Tim Barnett.
Now would set up second to goal from the 3. Steve Bono, unfortunately, does not have you, babe. Mike Strahan picks it off, and the Giants hit it 10-3 at the half. After scoreless third, Chiefs threaten the 4th, 3rd and goal from the 7. But it's a feather. Robert Harris strips the ball. Keith Hamilton, look at it go. The big fella. Good. Go. Oh, wow. And Cash knocks the ball loose. But Cheeto Wooten falls out of the end zone. Hit the touchdown, Giants. 17-3 in the 4th. 5 minutes to go in the 4th. Marcus Allen, touchdown. This time, looks for Dana Hughes and zings it. Touchdown. And the Giants had this game in hand, but the Chiefs have tied it at 17, and we're going to overtime. Coin toss, and the Chiefs win the toss. Each team has the ball. Then, another possession. Bono hands off to Greg Hill. He can't hold it. Maurice Douglas has it for the job. Nobody can't hold it. Keith Cash. Boy, he's always around, isn't he? Falls on the ball. Saves the day. Lynn Elliott. Good. And so the Chiefs come from behind with scores late and scores in overtime. The Broncos last week, could they keep it going at home against the Chiefs? Rich Gannon sacked by Chad. Put a couple of Bratskis on the grill. Ball loose. Gannon. He's ruled down but hurt on the play. Left the game but did return. But while he was gone, Elvis entered the building and he was all shook up. Pass picked off by Percy Ellsworth. He could go all the way for 43 yards, 7-0. Jubin. Campbell 4th and 1. Gary Brown, Banner and Allen. Up the middle for 13 yards. That's the Vinny end zone, isn't it? It should have been. Never mind. Gary Brown, doesn't matter. He gets in for a touchdown. 3rd consecutive 100-yard game for Gary Brown, who had a $1.03 today. 3rd quarter. Michael Strahan sacks Gannon. Next snaps. Leaves game. Giants go on to roll the Kansas City Chiefs. 28-7. 4 interceptions by the Giants defense. Everyone feeling for New York, and that was no different as the Giants played at the Chiefs. The New York Giants playing pretty much for all of New York, but they found that they really were not alone out in the heartland, because I think it's one of the most moving things I've seen them. Look, they're already cheering in Kansas City. That's for the Giants, okay? And you know how they love their Chiefs with the red. Great job, Kansas City, and great job at so many of the parks around the NFL. The commissioner, as we said, on hand, the military, and the emotion on the field and in the crowd definitely felt and will not be forgotten. You saw at the head of the play on a reverse pull, and then Ron Dane, as we get to the 2nd quarter, 80-yard drive, 10-0 Giants.
And get to the end zone.
But here's what the Giants bring when they're playing best, and that's defense. Keith Hamilton wraps up Trent Green. Would run out the clock, hugs from Jim Fossil and Dick Vermeil, and a together prayer on the field and in the stands. Very classy performance in Kansas City.
Take advantage of the turnover. 2nd quarter, still scoreless. Trent Green for Tony Gonzalez. And he gets a great block from his buddy Eddie Kennison. 1st down, KC. Take another look. Oh, football player's dream. Unsuspecting linebacker, and take that. Hines field goal. Ensuing Giants possession. Tiki had 13 yards on his first 10 carries and then went absolutely bonkers. Here he breaks 5 tackles, 41 yards, and the Giants on the board at 7-3. And you know what? Wide receivers helping out left and right. Plexico Burris working hard for his buddy. And look at Tiki go. He is in. The Giants are up 10-3 at the half. 3rd quarter. Johnson's turn. Untouched, 14 yards, pay dirt, and final 4 minutes of the 3rd. Giants deep in their own territory. I'd give it to Barber. Yeah, how about that? Bidding to become the NFL's all-purpose yardage leader, and this will go a long way. 55 yards down the sideline, sets up a Jay Feely field goal. 13-10 New York. 4th quarter now. Manning again looking airward. It's not a tumor. It's not a tackle, but it is a touchdown. Amani takes it 31 yards and in, but later in the 4th, 1st and goal. KC not done. It's LJ over the top. He had 167 yards rushing, 2 scores. We've got a 3-point game. Final 3 minutes now. Barber again breaks it off. The capper, 20 yards and in. Tiki, 29 carries, franchise record and career high 220 yards rushing. Tom Coughlin downright giddy after a big win.
This is not the way to do it. The opening kickoff is coughed up.
You only show your kickoffs when it's a big play or boo-boo.
And it was the latter, not the former. Jamal Charles puts the ball in the turf. 5 plays later, Eli Manning to, can you call him the other Steve Smith?
Yeah.
Penalty puts some wind at the sails of the Giants back. Next play, here's Steve Smith again. Untouched into the end zone. That is a touchdown. 11 catches, 134 yards for Steve Smith. It's the Raiders next week, but Manning would stay in the game to just throw one more pass, and it worked out with Hakeem Nicks returning from his own foot injury, making a play down the field. The Giants sweep their 3-game road trip as Kansas City falls to 0-4.
Okay. Giants fans have reason to smile. Victor Cruz, Michael.
Man, out on the outside, Marshall, making a big play, taking it down the sideline. That is where Hakeem Nicks usually does his dirt, but it's Victor Cruz inside because Hakeem Nicks just isn't getting dirty.
Dexter McCluster, Prime.
And see, normally you're taught as a punt returner, never spin in the middle of the field. You could get knocked out. But his timing was perfect, eluded a couple oncoming tacklers, and high steps at the end.
Alex Smith did turn it over a couple times, but he also threw the touchdown here to Dwayne Bowe, threw for 288 and 3 scores. Chiefs 4-0 for the first time in a decade. The Giants 0-4 for the first time since 1987.
Tyreek Hill lines up in the backfield. The ball pops free, and it's recovered by Harrison. A snack for Damon Harrison early. Is lining up in the backfield. Handoff. Darkwa slashes in for the touchdown. The Giants go in front. To play in the third. Smith, deep drop. Deep ball. Smith looking for it downfield. It's caught by Hill. Tyreek Hill against Janoris Jenkins. And he hauls it in for KC. He's up in the backfield. Crazy formation. Kelsey, he's looking to throw it. High school quarterback. Kelsey will air it out. Looking for the big play. It's intercepted. Landon Collins with a flag down. Play fake. Smith. Guns. Intercepted. Janoris Jenkins. And he's out of bounds. Smith guns it, sideline. It's intercepted by Jenkins. Jenkins down the sideline, and he's out of bounds with a flag down. Manning on 4th down. Manning pulls the trigger. One-on-one. Lewis. Oh, incredible! Roger Lewis. A flag thrown at the 10. Lewis is celebrating.
There's the pass interference. And now, there's the catch. Ball never hit the ground. Incredible catch by Lewis.
Pass interference, defense number 23.
Biasi will snap it. Wing will hold it. Sweeps the leg and connects. The Giants shock the Chiefs.
3rd and goal. Mahomes wanted to take off. Now he jumps and throws, batted up into the air, and it's intercepted. Picked off. Julian Love comes up with the interception. 3rd and goal from the 6. Mahomes waiting for something to open up. Finds some space and throwing on the run. It's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs score first. Loads and fires, middle of the field, a jump ball, and it is caught! John Ross! Spagnuolo wants to do that tonight. Jones will flip it to Kadarius Toney. Toney wants to throw it, and he's able to complete to Sterling Shepard. Jones wants to throw for it, back of the end zone, it is caught. Kyle Rudolph for the Giants touchdown. 3 tight ends for Kansas City. Gore cuts it outside. Touchdown, Kansas City. Full player. They're just young. Mahomes for Kelsey. Second catch, the ball comes out. It's picked up by the Giants. That's James Bradbury. 3rd and 4. Jones got it. Touchdown, Giants. And there's Evan Ingram. This from 34 to give Kansas City the lead.
This is going to be a really bitter pill for Joe Judge and the New York Giants. They were in this game. They had it.
Play 11 of the drive. Mahomes pumps, fires end zone. It is caught for the touchdown by Tyquan Thornton. Blanketed by Phillips. But somehow Mahomes squeezes it in there. And Mahomes putting it up for grabs again for Thornton. That time he reached around his body to catch it. At the 1. Thornton. Too good. Career high for the former Patriot. First and goal inside. Second effort for the touchdown for Kareem Hunt. Almost like he was going to lose the ball. Had to stop and able to